Jules Jacot-Guillarmod was a Swiss physician, mountaineer, and photographer. He was born in Chaux-de-Fonds in 1868 and died in the Gulf of Aden in 1925. As a mountaineer, he was known for his ascensions in the Swiss Alps, but particularly for his participation in 2 Himalaya expeditions. Jules Jacot-Guillarmod was the son of the animal painter Jules Jacot-Guillarmod, 1828 to 1889. He successfully studied medicine in Lausanne and Zurich between 1888 and 1895. Graduated in 1895, he established himself as a general practitioner at Corsier, Canton of Geneva, from 1898 to 1902, at Lignières from 1904 to 1910, and then at St. Blaise, Canton of Neuchâtel, from 1910 to 1912. In 1907, he married Madeleine Bovat. From 1912 on, he ran a psychiatric clinic located at the Château Napoli, and in 1920, the couple bought the chateau after running the clinic in Venice between 1915 and 1920. He frequently traveled the Alps with his comrades from the Swiss Alpine Club while giving numerous lectures commenting on his expeditions and regularly publishing articles for Swiss newspapers and magazines. Jules Jacot-Guillarmod was also very active in various groups. He was appointed president of the Diablerets section of the Swiss Alpine Club from 1915 to 1917 and also president of the Swiss Association of Geographical Societies from 1917 to 1920. Various honorary awards crown his exploits. In 1920, he was appointed officer of the Order of St. Charles by Albert I of Monaco at the Monaco Mountaineering Congress, and in 1925, King Fouad I of Egypt made him Grand Officer of the Order of the Nile at the International Geographical Congress in Cairo. Jules Jacot-Guillarmod climbed his first summit of 2,169 meters in 1889 during an excursion with friends in the Fribourg region. At the beginning of 1890, he bought an ice axe and hiked around Mont Blanc for the first time. In 1893, Jules Jacot-Guillarmod climbed the Jungfrau, his first peak of 4,000 meters, accompanied by a professor and a group of students. On June 12, 1897, after cycling from Martigny to Chamonix with 2 friends, he climbed the Mont Blanc for the first time, without a mountain guide. A few months later, on a training course in Paris, he gave a lecture on it at the Club Alpin Français, CAF, and is soon after accepted as a member. His contacts within the CAF lead to his first expedition project in the Himalayas, however abandoned for lack of funding. In 1902, Jules Jacot-Guillarmod participated as a doctor in the expedition organized by the Englishman Oscar Eckenstein to try the ascent of the K2 and the Karakoram. The other members are 2 Englishmen, including Alistair Crowley, and 2 Austrians. After landing in Bombay on March 21, 1902, the group crossed India to Ascoli, following the maps drawn 10 years earlier by William Martin Conway up to Concordia Square on the Baltoro Glacier. They were accompanied by a column of 150 porters. From there, the group climbs up to the foot of the K2, an area never reached before, but remains stuck for almost 2 months on a base camp at an altitude of 5,700 meters due to bad weather. Jules Jacot-Guillarmod makes the first observations of mountain sickness there, migraines, loss of appetite, nausea, etc. However, he did not make the link between altitude and these symptoms. On July 10, 1902, he explored the northeast ridge of the K2 with one of the Austrians and reaches an altitude of 6,700 meters, the highest point of the expedition. The weather conditions deteriorated the following days and one of the climbers suffered from a pulmonary edema. The travelers return across eastern India, making the stay to last a total of 7 months. Jules Jacot-Guillarmod brings home from this expedition nearly 1,000 stereoscopic photographs revealing regions little or not at all known at the time. 2 years later, Jacot-Guillarmod himself organized an expedition, this time to the Nepalese and 85 m high Kanchenjunga near Everest. Apart from 2 Swiss, he also manages to win Alistair Crowley, whom he has met during the K2 expedition in 1902. For the organization of the expedition in Darjeeling, they call upon an Italian hotelier with local language skills. From Darjeeling, the group advances on the border between Sikkim and Nepal. After climbing through the Ulumchu Valley, the summit is approached by a very steep glacier. 3 Nepalese carriers and a Swiss participant lose their lives falling into a crevasse at an altitude of 6,500 meters. The expedition is thus brutally stopped, and the return journey through the Sikkim mountains is made without Crowley, who fled after the avalanche. In 1919, Dr. George Montandon, an ethnologist from Neuchâtel, is commissioned by the ICRC to visit the Austro-Hungarian prison camps in Siberia. Jules Jacot-Guillarmod is part of the 9-month mission which must pass through the United States and Japan to inspect the camps in Russia. He returns to Switzerland in December 1919 after traveling some 40,000 kilometers. In 1925, Jacot-Guillarmod attends the International Geographical Congress in Cairo. After the Congress, he intends to cross Africa to the Cape. But on arriving at Lake Victoria, he falls so seriously ill that he decides to return home via Mombasa. However, he dies of myocarditis at sea and is buried in the Mala Cemetery in Aden/Yemen. Journal du 1er Janvier 1886 au 27 mai 1925, 74 Carnets, Fonds Jacot-Guillarmod, Bibliothèque de la Ville de la Chaux-de-Fonds. Nouvel à la Cabane Fridolin, L'Echo des Alpes, 1895, p. 117-131. Au Mont Blanc, L'Echo des Alpes, 1897, p. 249-268. Auditor de Chandrian, Patere Suisse, and Degree 4, 1897, p. 279-281. La Pelotine chez les Aliens, These de Doctorat de Jules Jacot-Guillarmod, Lausanne, 1897. Album de Cabines du Club Alpin Suisse, Bern, Schmidt and Frank, 1898. Dans les Alpes de la Suisse Primitive, L'Echo des Alpes, 1896, p. 211-217 et 335-345. Dans el Himalaya, Suisse Libéral, 1902, numeros 107, 9 Mai, 108, 10 Mai, 121, 26 Mai, 122, 27 Mai, 158, 8 Juillet, 159, 9 Juillet, 166, 17 Juillet, 167, 18 Juillet, 184, 7-8, 209, 5 September, 210, 6 September, 219, 17 September, 220, 18 September. On record dans el Himalaya, Jarbuch de Schweitzer Alpenclub, and Degree 38, 1902-1903, p. 212-227. 6 mois dans el Himalaya, le Karakoram et el Hindukush, Voyages et Explorations Auxiliary plus Hautes Montagnes du Monde, Neuchâtel, W. Sandoz, 1904. Vers le Kanchenjunga, 85 m, Himalaya Nepalese, Jarbuch de Schweitzer Alpenclub, and Degree 41, 1905-1906, p. 190-205. Omanche, 4105 m, par Ellerate Nordwest, Jarbuch de Schweitzer Alpenclub, and Degree 43, 1907-1908, p. 364-371. Crampons et PLAs, Jarbuch de Schweitzer Alpenclub, and Degree 45, 1909-1910, p. 344-353. Au Kanchenjunga, Voyages et Explorations dans el Himalaya du Sikkim et du Nepal, L'Echo des Alpes, 1914, p. 389-406. À l'assaut de plus hautes sommets du monde, L'Echo des Alpes, 1921, p. 337-350. Les Grottes de Dentox, Bulletin de la Société Vaudoise de Sciences Naturelles, and Degree 203, 1921, p. 193-204. Les Résultats de l'expédition de l'Everest in 1921, L'Echo des Alpes, 1922, p. 117-120. Esquisses topographiques du Chogorion UK Tuiti du Kanchenjunga, Himalaya, Bulletin de la Société Neuchâteloise de Geography, Volume 34, Neuchâtel, 1925, p. 34-37.